Okay, so I'm taking Foundations to Nursing, and it is with a lab component. So you have the lecture and the lab, and then I'm taking Health Assessment 1, which also is a lecture and a lab component, and then I'm taking Pathophysiology. How has my first week been? So the week itself was freaking horrible. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. But it wasn't horrible because of school. It was horrible just because of my personal life. It's a big adjustment for me because I work night shift, and I've been working night shift, which is 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. for years now. So my body is adjusted to being up at night, but I'm in a daytime program. And also, yeah, I am working while I'm in school. I'm pretty much full time. I work 4 days a week. But as far as class goes, I have really been liking it. You know, I've been taking to it very, very well. Right now, I know it's the beginning, so it doesn't seem like it's going to be super overwhelming, but you can tell that you're definitely going to have to stick to the readings and really know what's going on, especially in pathophysiology class. For health assessment, we did a lab. We're actually about to do like vital signs tests. We can do it next week, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and jump into it next week because I already know how to take vital signs because I work as a CNA. And for the actual lecture class, we just been going over like how to interview a patient. You know, when you know how when you go to a doctor's office, they sit down and be like, oh, hi, so-and-so, how you doing? Why are you here? What's been going on? So we've been learning the gist of that. And in Foundations was moving a little slow because like the first chapter was very, very long, and then the class kept kind of getting interrupted. It was like technical stuff at first, and then the second class it was somebody came and spoke to us, and yeah, so that one's been moving along a little slowly. But like the more I read, the more I'm like kind of getting into it, because at first I was like, I don't like this class. But it's just teaching us right now about like the different kind of nurses, where different kind of nurses work, and blah blah blah. So it's coming along. You know, I've been in my labs, and we've been basically doing going over like CNA kind of stuff. So it's really like, it's not new to me. So everything has just kind of been like easy coming, you know, so I have time. So that's been my week. So anyway, so my tip for you guys this week is to pretty much pre-organize yourself. That was my biggest downfall this week, and that's what made my week so hard. So yeah, pre-organize. So anyway, I will see you guys next week. Hey, what's up YouTube? So it's the end of week 2 of nursing school, so I'm gonna give you guys the quick rundown. Personal life has been going better this week. I haven't felt so much overwhelmed and stressed out, and even though I'm still not as organized as I want to be, I'm getting there. I'm moving forward. So anyway, in school this week, in pathophysiology class, we just finished up 9 chapters of all that itty bitty information, and we had to do a assignment about like cancer, the etiology and pathophysiology of it, and all of that stuff. And we had to do like a kind of like a mini test, which I got a B on. Whoop whoop, raise the roof for me. What else have we done in that class? That's pretty much it for that class. We take our first exam next week. I'm very nervous about that one. Okay, so in health assessment and foundations class, we basically been covering the same material. It's been overlapping. So we've been just, you know, the nursing process, interview skills, vital signs, things of that nature. And foundations, we received a fake chart, and we are going to be working on a care plan, our first care plan. So that should be exciting, I guess. I don't know what to expect. I have my big old care plans book over there, so pretty much gonna use it. So in foundations lab, we sat through a 4-hour course on how to chart, which was very, very boring. And then in lab assessment, health assessment lab, we were practicing on our vital signs skills, taking blood pressure, pulse, temperature, things of that nature on the simulation dummies, and next week we will be taking the real test on it. So yeah, I think I'm doing pretty good on that. What else? Oh yeah, this Now, I didn't mention in the last video, but we started clinicals already, and I know some schools start like in their next semester, but since my program is an advanced program, we jump right into clinicals. But our last 2 clinicals were in the simulation lab, and then this week we went to our actual hospital floors just to take a tour. So next week will be our first day actually like working on the floor, and I'm glad we went and got a tour of it because it made me feel really comfortable. I felt pretty much at home when she was giving me the tour. Like I felt like I was at work already, so that was pretty neato for the week. And yeah, I'm basically pretty much just like trying to bury myself in studying, even though I haven't studied as much as I wanted to. Yeah, this weekend is just like study mania. Okay, so my tip for this week is to make a study board. This little study chart, I thought this would be a good idea because you have so many readings and you don't want to just be like, oh my god, so overwhelmed, you don't know what to read for what day or what class, and you get mixed up. So I made a study chart, a reading study chart, so I'll know what I should be reading and when, and then I gave myself enough time to read all the chapters throughout the week for each class. So see you guys in week 3, well at the end of week 3, and I'll let you know how that goes. So bye. Hey, what's up out there in YouTube land? It's the end of week 3 of nursing school. Let's take a moment to woosah woosah. I've gotten through it. Okay, so this week was a little bit different from the past 2 weeks because this was our exam week. It was our first exam for all of our classes, and we started our clinical on our actual hospital unit, so that was exciting. So I passed all my exams this week. I got 2 B's up in health assessment and foundations. I got an A on my vital signs quiz. We actually went and did vital signs on like the simulation men and each other, blood pressure, radial pulse, respiration, stuff like that. That was in health assessment lab. Got an A in that, and my lowest grade came in patho. I got a C, but I was kind of happy with that C because I didn't really study as much as I wanted to. Like I know last week I was saying like, oh, study mania, but it was more like study minimal because yeah, I just kind of ran out of time. So I'm gonna try a couple different study methods instead of cramming, because that's what I kind of did. So yeah, I'm gonna try to, you know, just learn the material when she teaches it so that I won't have to cram, and then by the time next exam comes, hopefully I'll know all the material back and forth. But anyway, so my goal for next exam is to at least get all B's. I want to bring that patho exam grade up to a B. But hey, if I get a C, hey, C's get degrees. Okay, anyway, so clinical this week was very interesting. We met up in our clinical group at our hospital around 6:30 in the morning. And we were just chilling for a little bit. We came in, just talked. She gave us a couple of worksheets with how to do like 5-minute assessments, and we're not on that portion yet, but she's teaching us early, which I really do appreciate. So when we got there, the nurse for that patient that I received, she gave me a report, told me all about the patient, and then I basically had to give a report to my clinical instructor, and then she just took me around. I went and met my patient. My patient was really, really nice. She was really, I got like the easiest patient, thank God. It was nothing really that much wrong with her. But yeah, but what was wrong with her, I learned about already, so it was interesting because I knew what was going on. Got my nursing skills. Okay, so yeah, that day went by. It was kind of quick, kind of slow. I don't know, like we were doing like kind of like CNA work, you know, making beds, just shadowing the other nurses, you know, helping each other out. It wasn't a whole bunch because we can't pass meds yet, but I did do my first AccuCheck, you guys. Whoop whoop. Okay, so in personal life, things have been a little bit stressful because I found out I have an out-of-pocket tuition of $2,000, and even though that's not a whole bunch of money, it's a bunch of money for somebody that's on a budget. So I'm gonna try and work that out, get on a payment plan or something. Yeah, we'll see. And I missed out on a party. I wanted to go. It was like right after, it was after clinical that night. I was thinking like, okay, I'm gonna leave clinical, I'm gonna take a nap, I'm gonna get up, go to this party, and I'm gonna go to work. Yeah, that nap kind of turned into bedtime, and yeah, you will miss out on things when you're in nursing school because you will be tired. What else? Okay, yeah, and at my job, I got my schedule changed a little bit. I still work the same amount of days. I just had them to switch my floors that I work on, because one of the nurses that I work with have been giving me a really hard time, like, since I've been there. And ever since she knew I was starting the program, she gave me an even harder time. And it's not like a hard time like, oh, what is this? What is that? She's just being a total bitch to me. So I had to get that switched up, because I was gonna end up pulling her hair out. But anyway, that's a whole nother video. Okay, so I will see you guys in week 4. Pray for me. I'll let you know how everything goes. Peace out. Hey, what's up, YouTube? Okay, so it's the end of week 4 of nursing school. This week in all of our classes, we had just been pretty much going over the last bit of material for midterms, which is next week. Yeah, my goal is to get B's, you guys. I hope you're rooting for me. So let's see what happened exciting this week. In Foundations lab, we learned how to put in catheters, so that was pretty cool. We put them in on the simulation dummies. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be harder to put it in on an actual human being, but it was a pretty easy process. Like, it was really fun to actually learn about and do. And then we went over like wombs and womb care, and like how to measure it, and womb vacs and things like that. What else did we go over? This week was kind of a short week because of the holiday. We didn't have class on Monday, so and then another class was canceled because my teacher got sick. So yeah, it was kind of a short week. We just learned what are we going over? Health assessment, like skin and everything, and patho. We're going over like the neurological system, stress, cancer, endocrine system, stuff like that. And foundations. What are we doing in foundations? I totally forgot, but I guess it's not that important. Okay, so in clinical this week, we were doing like assessments on the patients, 5-minute assessments. So that was pretty cool. The teacher was in the room and she was giving me like, you know, the step-by-steps of the head-to-toe assessment. She told me I did pretty good, so kind of happy. I need to get better at asking the patient questions though about themselves. And what else? Personal life. I paid off a little bit of my school tuition, you know, starting from somewhere. It was actually a little bit more than 2,000. It was $26.66. So yeah, I'm trying to get that down. Everything's all good though. So I will see you guys in week 5. Bye.